Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of Robot Arm IK tutorial. I'm Human, and in this part we'll set up a control rig and IK for the arm, then control it at runtime. Right click on the skeletal mesh and create a control rig. Let's open it up. Okay, now I'm going to add a control to the last bone. This is because in an IK setup, we usually control the end effector, which is the final bone in the chain. I'm gonna rename it to Target IK Control. The default shape for the control is a solid sphere, which is fine. Just increase the scale to see it better. For this setup, I'm gonna use Full Body IK node. Full Body IK lets you lock or limit specific joints. Select the root for the root of the IK. We need to tell the IK solver which part of the skeleton it should solve. To do that, we add two effectors, one for the root bone and one for the last joint, which is joint 5. If you connect the forward solve to Full Body IK node, you'll notice that the arm collapses. That happens because the IK solver doesn't have a target yet. This is where the IK target control comes into play. When we connect Target IK Control transform to the last effector of Full Body IK node, the solver finally has a goal. So the arm snaps back to the correct position. Alright, you can try to move the IK target now, but you'll see that all the joints start to separate, which is not correct for a robotic arm. This happens because the solver is allowing every joint to move freely instead of keeping the mechanical parts rigidly connected. Let's fix the joints one by one. First, we want the root not to be affected by any translation or rotation. Change the root rotation alpha in effectors to 0. Now add an element to bone settings. Select root as the bone. Then change the rotation and position stiffness to 1. Stiffness is the resistance to the action. Rotation stiffness 1 means completely resistance to rotation. Alright, the root is going to stay in place. Let's fix the next joint. Let's open up the skeletal mesh. Select joint 0 and see which axis it's supposed to rotate along. So joint 0 must rotate along y-axis. It means we need to lock X and Z rotation for this joint. Let's get back to the control rig. Just change the Z and X to locked. You'll see the joint snaps back to the correct position. And if you move the target IK, the joint rotates correctly and no separation happens. So let's do this for all the joints. You'll see the last joint is still separated from the arm. Change the pin rotation on joint 5 in effectors to 0. You can also remove settings for joint 5 in bone settings. Very good, we are done with the IK setup for the arm. It's time to bring the arm to the scene and control it at runtime. Open up your contents browser and create a blueprints folder inside main folder. Right-click and create a blueprint class, choose pawn and name it BP Robot Arm. Add a skeletal mesh to components, and in Details panel choose the arm skeletal mesh. Let's also set up the camera for the arm. Now I'm gonna create a game mode so we can run the game as the robot arm. Change the default pawn class to BP robot arm. Then override the game mode in world settings. Now we can start the game as robot arm. Let's continue by setting up inputs to control our robot arm. Create input folder inside main folder. Right click and create an input action and name it IA move XY. Then duplicate this one and name it IA move Z. Let's also create an input mapping context. Open up move XY. We want to control the arm with WASD keys. This kind of movement is like moving on a 2D axis. You can move on X axis by W and S and move on Y axis using A and D keys. For moving the arm up and down, you are moving on a 1D axis, which is up and down. Let's open up the input mapping context and add the actions we just created. Add 4 members to move XY and assign WASD keys to them. The W key moves in a right direction, which is positive X. Let's add a modifier for S key to make it move backwards. Choose negate from the dropdown. We only want to negate on the X axis. Now we want to tell A and D to move on Y axis. So add a modifier and choose swivel input axis values. Also add another modifier for A and choose negate. The rest of the setup follows the same process. Alright, we need to add this mapping context when the game starts. So I'm gonna create a player controller and add the mapping context on begin play. We need to also change the player controller in game mode. In order to control the arm in runtime, we need to have access to target IK control location. So we need to create an animation blueprint. Go ahead and create a folder in main folder and name it animation. Create the animation blueprint and name it ABP robot arm. Right click and create a control rig node. Now in details panel, select the robot arm control rig class. Then in input section, check the use pin target IK control, which causes the pin to appear on the node. Then promote it to a variable. By doing this, we can have access to this variable using the anim instance from the skeletal mesh. Let's get back to BP robot arm. Search for IA move XY. Instead of moving the IK target directly on X and Y, I calculate a delta move. Delta move means how much the target should move this frame. I take the actor's forward direction and multiply it by the forward input. And I take the actor's right direction and multiply it by the right input. Then I add those directions together to get a one final movement vector. This way, the IK target always moves forward and right relative to the actor, not relative to the world axis. Multiply the delta move by a variable to control the speed. Now drag the skeletal mesh to the graph and get the anim instance from it. Paste it to the animation blueprint we just created. Drag from it and search for get target IK control. The scale and rotation of IK target should be same as before. Add delta move to previous location of target IK and connect it to the new location. Don't forget to assign the animation blueprint to a skeletal mesh anim class. Very well, let's put it into test. Right now I'm pressing W, but the arm is going to the right, which is supposed to go forward. To fix this issue, let's open up the control rig. If you select IK control, you can see X-axis is pointing to the right direction of the arm. Let's reset the rotation from offset in details panel. Now let's test the game again. All the buttons move the arm in the correct direction. Let's also set up and down. Up and down also follows the same process. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please like the video and subscribe for more Unreal Engine content, and I'll see you next time.